Biggest political issues of our time are coming to head in one state, Texas. The same week the state implemented the strictest abortion law in the country, the state legislature passed an election bill making it harder for Texans to vote. Meantime, another law went into effect allowing people to carry handguns without permits or training. Joining me now is Texas Congressman Mark Veasey, a Democratic member of the House Armed Services and Energy and Commerce Committees, also the co-chair of the Congressional Voting Rights Caucus. I mean to tell you, how do you get your head around these three major actions this week in your state of Texas? I mean, do you think this represents the needs of Texans? How is it resonating among your constituents?
Yeah, you know, Texas, it's sad, Alex. Texas used to be the center of freedom in this country, and now we're just losing rights. And it's really sad. It's unfortunate. I believe the governor is doing it for political purposes, that he sees a prize down the road, and so he's trying to pander to people and just pass the law that, quite frankly, you know, I think that just about any Texan that, quote unquote, aids and abets could end up under this bounty hunter provision in this abortion bill. Could end up being sued, have liens placed on their houses, on their property.
What is that going to do?
It's just crazy.
To neighbors. I mean, you've got somebody who someone suspects is driving someone to get an abortion, a next door neighbor, and they can create all sorts of havoc just watching somebody leave a driveway.
Absolutely. And think about the $10,000. I mean, $10,000 is $10,000. So imagine people from out of state, which this law allows, to sue other Texans for taking part of this, and think about what lawyers do when they're seeking discovery. They're going to be going through people's cell phones, through people's private records, trying to find out who talked to who and who knew what. This is a huge loss for all Texans, whether you are anti-choice or whether you're pro-choice or you don't think about this issue. We could all end up being drug into this because of the loss of rights here and the loss of privacy. And sadly, the biggest victims in all this are women, particularly poor and low-income women, that are going to find themselves not being able to seek these services safely in the state of Texas.
So, Congressman, you have the White House response to all this, which is the abortion law as well as the restrictive voting law, which we haven't even got to yet at this point. The ball's in Congress's court. What is your response to that? What can you do? What do you plan on doing to combat all of this?
Obviously, we need to look to see is there something that we can do. But you know as well as I do that trying to get 60 votes in the Senate to be able to advance any legislation that's going to change this is going to be very tough. I think that we need to take these midterm elections very seriously. We need to make sure that we turn out and that we talk to other Texans about this law, that we talk to voters that think that this went too far, to make sure that the people that enacted this don't get reelected to office. I think that's the biggest thing that we do, because I think that is going to be very tough to get anything through the United States Congress.
What about these three pandemic aid programs that are ending this holiday weekend? Can Congress take some sort of action to extend them, extend the benefits?
Yeah, we need to extend it. Alex, this is the worst time. And because, again, the governor is looking at a bigger prize and playing politics instead of thinking about the health of Texans, we have school districts here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and frankly, all around our state that are closing, many in areas that heavily voted for the governor, school districts, schools that literally are having to shutter down because they can't do mask mandates. It's absolutely ridiculous. And because we can't do mask mandates and because we can't take the actions needed to protect our health, people are having to drop out of the workforce. People are having to spend more time at home with their kids. And it's going to lead to people not being able to pay their bills if they can't be at work. And so why would we want to stop assistance right now as the virus is rising? It absolutely makes no sense. And the other thing out there that I want to clear up, people want to work. People want to be at work. Yeah. There's no one out here that's lazy trying to take advantage of the system. People want to go to work. Yeah. But they want to be safe too.
I thank you so much, Texas Congressman Mark Veasey, for joining me. We'll have you back again soon. Good to see you.